uwager.lv, sportsbook,
Are we live?
and casino. Sign up today at uwager.lv, the premier online sportsbook, taking wagers since 1998. The most player-friendly lines, weekly juice specials, and a true dime line in MLB. Unique casino platforms with thousands of games. Play poker, high stakes, low stakes, or tournament play. uwager.lv, what we offer. Free same-day payouts. Customer service and wagering support, 24/7, year-round. Free monthly rebates on your action and daily casino rebates. Contests, free bets, best bonuses, and giveaways. Generous referral program. Get an 80% free play bonus on your first deposit, up to $1,000. Sign up today, and use promo code SPORTSWEB. Remember, you can't win if you don't play.
Let's go out to one of the great bartenders there, Danielle Francis. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. I'm happy that we're coming there to see you guys. Tell me all about Whiskey Wings in Tarpon. Welcome to the evolution.
Oh, thank you. Whiskey Wings is a great bar. It's really got something for everybody. We have a game room for kids, and our customers range from 2, 3 to 80 years old. So I would say the median age is about 45, and it really is a local neighborhood bar. I know probably 70% of the people's name in the bar, at all times. So we have a lot of regulars. We have a lot of great specials. On Football Sunday, we do buckets of Bud and Bud Light for $13.99. And we also do buckets of neutral seltzers for $20. We also have specials during the week, Monday through Thursday from 8 to close. We do, for $20, we do a pitcher of land shark and 10 wings, which is a phenomenal special. So if you come in on Monday and Thursday to see the Bucs, you can definitely take advantage of that special, or any other Monday through Thursday during the week. We also do. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, we also do a great happy hour, and we have specials all throughout the week. So it's definitely affordable if you want to take advantage of our specials.
Absolutely. And what's the Bucs crowd like there? I mean, how much of a Bucs fan base do you guys have going on? We're going to be out front. I like that little lanai. I guess you call it a patio.
The patio.
Yes, it's a patio. It reminds me of College Game Day. And Danielle, what I always picture and envision the evolution of Sports Talk Television, the Sports Web, as a local Tampa Bay Buccaneer College Game Day. Tell us about that. Tell us about the Bucs crowd out there on Sunday during game days.
The Bucs crowd is great. We definitely get a lot of Bucs fans, but it gets kind of interesting because it is Florida. It is a mixing pot of people from all over the country. So you do get a lot of banter, which is really nice. And it's just a lot of energy. It's everybody kind of knows each other, and new people come in. Everyone's very welcoming. It really is a great vibe. And, we have a lot of fun there.
Absolutely. Sounds like a lot of fun. And I tell you right now, Bucs fans, the reason you should come out there is because you can be a part of the evolution of Sports Talk Television. You can get on camera if you're a webhead. You can get on camera if you're a Giants fan or a Steelers fan or a Cowboy fan. Even Cowboy fans are welcome. All NFL fans are welcome at Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. And not only that, but your GM, Miss Kim, says, if you come out there, and there's your address right there, Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs, 40737 US Highway 19 North, 4 $50 gift cards. And not only that, a 50-inch TV. That's what you guys are giving away there. And are you going to be there on Sunday? And are you ready to get on the evolution of Sports Talk Television? Again.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
All right. Sounds good. Let me ask you this. How long are you a Bucs fan? Are you a football fan? Is everybody there at Whiskey Wings football fans, sports fans in general?
Oh, we have all kinds of fans, not just football. Lately, we've been getting a lot of soccer. Hockey, obviously, we support the Lightning quite a bit, as well as other teams. Like I said, I'm a Giants fan, and I have another customer that's an Eagles fan, and he just loves to give me a hard time.
Well, I tell you right now,
Whatever.
always welcome here on the Evolution. Thanks a lot for your time here.
Of course.
Definitely look forward to seeing you on Sunday for your pre-half and post-game edition of the Sports Web, the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on I Love St. Pete, Amped Up Sports, and the Hub. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
All right. Thank you very much. There you go, Danielle Francis, a bartender there at Whiskey Wings. And you know what? I got to change it up here a little bit because I planned for this. There we go right there. Bam. There we go right there. Bam. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television here, live from Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. I'm your host, Peter Blick, along with professional handicapper extraordinaire of 1252 Chicago Sports with his intro. Mr. Harry the Greek. Yes, sir.
What's happening, Peter? Good morning.
Good morning.
Can
Happy
you believe?
New Year.
Can you believe the season is almost over?
It's almost over.
Are you kidding me?
And it's do or die for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because win and you're in. You take care of business versus the Panthers today. You win the NFC South. You're assured a playoff spot. Playoffs, you're assured that. So we'll definitely break that down. Take your phone calls as always. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We'll break down the matchups, get into our games here. Definitely want to get out to these guys right here, put these guys together. Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay, and of course,
there goes the camera.
the goofball. Well, the goofball right there.
We got one of the two giant goofballs.
Yes, Andrew.
We're the Legends.
A big week for the Bucs.
The Legends.
The Legends.
Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television as they're fired up today. Give me your opening thoughts here, Tampa Bay Ray, on this big-time game versus the Carolina Panthers. And I tell you what, we're not going to have to wait too long because we're going to go right out to the phone lines. Before that, let's get out to Ed. Ed, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Harry the Greek, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, and one of the giant goofballs, Mr. Andrew Davis. Go.
Oh, man, you got a venue back. That's awesome, dude.
Yes, we're at Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. Definitely you should get out here.
Are you going to be there next week?
We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Well, if you are there next week, I'll definitely come out.
Okay. All right.
Let me know.
Sounds good. Sounds good, my friend.
I'm very excited about this game. I think the Bucs are going to get it done. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it might be a barn burner where we win it in the fourth quarter with a minute left. But,
A barn burner. I love it.
Bucs are going to get it done.
Nice.
I mean, and look, that's been the story throughout the year here. This team's inability to score not only in the red zone, but score early. It's usually in the fourth quarter where Tom Brady's leading this team off, of course, coming off a big-time victory over the Arizona Cardinals in the desert on Christmas Day. Of course, now it's New Year's Day, so hopefully new year, new team.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year. And again.
And as the Greek says, Happy New Year for you all. I love this continuity.
All right.
Hey,
I'm Catholic, guys.
If the Bucs win today, they're in the playoffs, and they got Ryan Jensen back. And I'm telling you, you got Ryan Jensen, you got Tom
Super Bowl or
Brady,
bust.
Well,
compliment.
listen, Ed, you don't have Ryan Jensen yet. He's practicing this week.
They don't have Ryan Jensen yet,
Right.
but he'll be back for the playoffs, though.
21-day window activated. We'll take that. What?
Did you say what? What?
What? Playoffs.
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 We may never win.
They're going to get into the playoffs.
Yes.
I got very good confidence in them. Good,
Hey, Pete,
very good vibes.
I've got
Yes,
a breaking
go ahead,
message here on my phone. Can I share it?
Sure,
Sure.
go for it.
Basically, it says, I'm going to paraphrase here, forget about Bruce Arians going into the Ring of Honor today. Forget about the importance of a divisional win for the Bucs versus those Panthers and to lock up that playoff spot. But this is the breaking news from Peter King of SI. Tom Brady might play for 31 other teams in 2023. Who cares?
Well,
Why are we talking about this already?
Well, that's been the big time story of the week.
Yeah,
Of course, Derek Carr now benched, so there's a possibility he joins Josh McDaniels. But yeah, at the end of the day, this season isn't over yet. We'll see in the offseason what Tom Brady's going to do. Go ahead, Ed.
Single
Yeah,
in
maybe
Vegas.
we'll talk about that next week. But they're not losing today. So.
Definitely a movie title.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so you're not worried about the Carolina Panthers at all?
We're not?
No, I'm just saying you're very confident. You have no issues with this game at all.
Don't worry. I am worried about the Carolina Panthers. I am worried.
What makes you worried about the Carolina Panthers? This is the question that I'm going to ask everybody that calls up. I want to know what worries you about the Carolina Panthers. Is it the quarterback play? Is it the running game? Is it the wide receivers? Is it the defense? I want to know what worries you about this game.
Their running game and the defense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that goes back to what they did last week, guys. Come out to you here, Tampa Bay Ray. Ed, thanks a lot for the call. Let me go ahead
Great
and
call,
give you
Ed, Happy New Year,
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
appreciate the call. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. And the worry is going back to last week, how the Panthers 320 rushing yards on that terrible Lions defense, and of course throughout the year. In week 7, where they beat the Bucs 21-3, they rushed for over 100 yards. So a big time concern, Tampa Bay Ray and Drew there in the game room.
Yeah. Drew, let me ask you this, because you're a Giants guy, so you were close by association to the Jets. PJ Walker played for the Panthers back then. They just cut Christian McCaffrey. They're on an interim coach. It's his first week playing. But today it's Sam Darnold, and he seems to maybe bring a different wrinkle or a pro style sitting in the pocket to this offense, or is it going to make a difference?
He's really been the ultimate game manager since he stepped in as the quarterback position. That's what he is, because he knows he's not the star. The running game is the star. It's run, throw the ball occasionally DJ Moore, and that's it.
And he can throw it, and he'll bait you up. I saw him last week go up with the fake handoff, almost like at college, and then draw the defense back, and just basically exactly like Taysom Hill would do for the Saints. That worries me. Doesn't worry me that we're going to lose the game today. It's one of those things.
Where are you?
I had to do it.
Am I Shaggy?
Sam Darnold would have got away with it too. It wasn't for those dang dogs. Yeah, a key thing though is Sam Darnold still 0 interceptions in the 4 games. 0 interceptions.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, you got to save it. We're going to tease it. We got a stat. You got a stat, and it's it's going to. We're going to pull the pin on it later, and everybody's going to hit it.
I just got to come off and ask you. Go back to the 2 shot. Do you guys even know what the line in this game is?
Yes, I'm going to say 2.5 Bucs, because they're not going to give them a full field goal.
I think
So hold on.
3.5.
So if the Bucs are 2.5 point favorite and they're at home, and for all the people that are out there that are not worried about the Carolina Panthers, if Ray is correct, that means that Carolina would be favored by a 0.5 point to a full point in their home stadium.
Harry,
but just for your own edification, Ray, it's 3.5 Tampa. You got to lay a $1.15 in juice to do it.
Yep.
Okay, because the line's going to go to 4. So if you're going to bet the game and you do like the Bucs, you lay the 3.5 points. And by the way, you ready? The over and under is 41 points.
Mm-hmm.
Harry, I got one.
And we got Bucs fans coming up right now. He's asking, what is the evolution of sports talk television? This is the evolution of sports talk television. You're not live, sir, but you can be here. And of course,
Harry.
you're live on the phone lines. Hold on a sec. 727-255.
Trying to jump on Peter.
0391. It's 727-255-0391. Go, Tampa Bay Ray.
Completely hypothetical, just out of pure interest, because we were talking about this last night, the 3 of us. What was Michigan's favorite over TCU yesterday?
8.5 point favorites.
Oh, God.
That was a good game. Did you watch it? Doesn't watch it till the end of the
because every time I was calling, Every time I was calling Peter Blake's house, all I could hear was like a kid giggling
He was
because his mother's screaming. It's like clear.
Screaming.
Have you checked on your mother today?
She's all right, man. She was really
I think there was some Michael Jackson in the background as well for some reason.
Could have been. It was a thriller in that game again.
We got a Pittsburgh Steeler fan coming in.
Yes.
Go Bucs.
Go Mitchell Trubisky.
Will you shut up and be quiet?
Who's Pittsburgh playing today, Harry?
Say what?
Who's Pittsburgh playing today?
Ravens.
That's on
The
Sunday night.
Ravens?
I'm actually trying to call into the show, but we're not
That's
doing
flex
it.
on Sunday night.
Wow. Oh, it's tonight. That's right. He flexed it. Classic AFC North game. Yes. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, let's go out to the comments here. Troy Polamalu says you guys are taking too long.
That's what she said.
I don't know what to say. Oh, here we go. There we go. Rick says Todd Bowles has to have his team ready to prove his head coaching. He has to prove that he's head coaching material. Goes back to that. Harry, you've been kind of defending Todd Bowles, if you will, saying, look, this team may be better off with the defensive mindset. Of course, Bruce Arians going into the Ring of Honor today. Still defending Todd Bowles if he wins this game today?
I'm defending him whether he wins or loses it.
There you go.
Okay.
My boy.
And I'm going to explain why.
Let me come out to you here. Go ahead.
Wait, come to me. I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Ray, you are one sick individual.
There you go.
You're going to defend Todd Bowles because it's not his fault that this offensive line has absolutely been decimated the entire season.
Right.
It's not his fault that Tom Brady decided to take a hiatus from preseason for 2 weeks. It's not his fault that no one can control Tom Brady. That starts from the people all the way in the top.
Yeah.
Again, I already told you where the blame lies. But you know what? It's not the end of the road. The playoffs are around the corner. All they have to do is win in their own. But as far as Todd Bowles is concerned, you got to get that defense playing, and you have to establish a running game.
Good stuff. And I think it always goes back to the run game, guys, and that's what the Bucs have struggled with. And not only that,
run the football.
You look at their record when they have Akeem Hicks and Vita Vea. Do we have an injury report on if Vita Vea is going to play in this game? Because when he does, okay, they're 5-1. When Akeem Hicks and Vita Vea are not in the game together, they're 2-7, and they're giving up 120 rushing yards at the end of the day. That is a big-time key to the game with Deontay Foreman.
You got the injuries, though.
Chuba Hubbard coming off.
Chuba Hubbard.
Yes.
Hey, guys, but Pete, listen to this. My boy Andrew here has the knowledge. I mean, no, you stay two screen. I like looking at you, too. Even though I can look right there and look at you,
there
too.
You are. There
Give
you
us
are.
Those
and
injuries.
There you are.
The Buccaneers defensive position that seems to, and it's like this quite a few weeks this year, but is limping along.
Bro, you got to cut these guys off.
I really do. I got to cut some.
Listen to these.
Well, the big thing we were talking about was the secondary, because that's obviously where the big issues are right now for the Buccaneers. So you had obviously Carlton Davis, the third doubtful there for the game, but you have also still in that same secondary questionable Jamal Dean with a toe injury, Antoine Winfield Jr. with ankle, Mike Edwards with a hamstring. These are all lower body injuries, and that always scares you when it's a secondary. You mess up a finger, something like that. Okay, you don't get the interception.
Well,
you mess up a leg, now you miss a step.
And they're late season injuries. I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Listen, they're all injured out there in the field. Everybody's injured. Everybody's injured is on an NFL field this week.
You got to love it because fans are just walking through. They're like, are you live right now? Yeah, we're live.
No. We're just hanging out.
We're just hanging out here.
Hey, Pete,
camera.
Look in the back of you. Look how good that whiskey wings looks in back of you. Who lit that thing up? That doesn't look good. Right?
Yeah,
he did a great job there.
It's the ghost from New Year's Eve's past.
I like his modesty the most. That's the greatest skill he has. The legends.
This is what the legends do.
Not to be confused with the legumes.
The comments.
Yeah, let's go to the comments here, and then we'll get out to Ricky Reynolds and what he had to say about Tom Brady here on the Evolution of Sports Talk.
And let people know who Ricky Reynolds is because he's older than you.
Well, he's former Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Right. One of the best DBs in Tampa Bay lore.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Good guy. Great guy.
I appreciate that. All right, let's go out to Troy here. Daniel is hot, bro. Okay. Andrew, big boy right there. Morning, gents. Someone has a sexy name.
He's Lejeune.
It's got to be the Lejeune.
Well, that's coming from Canada, eh?
This guy's right here.
What's that, old boot?
Everyone, Merry New Year!
Chris.
Absolutely, Merry New Year. Where's my horn? There we go. Ben says, "Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Ben. What's going on? Can't wait to see the crappy Bucs lose.
Ooh.
For that, you get this.
This guy sucks.
Let's go out to Troy again. Real Giants fans know Kayvon is a bust like Jabril Peppers.
That's not.
Yes,
not.
sir.
Yeah, wow.
You want to respond to that, Drew? Yes, Ray.
You know,
I don't respond to trolls who don't watch games.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be great if for our big celebration here at Whiskey Wings out here in Tarpon Springs with these sauces? I got to tell you about this.
The sauces.
So we're looking at this list. We asked
The
for a
Legends
list of
love the sauces.
The sauces, the Legends sauces.
Is the
Sauces that are
sauces.
legendary.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. Between you and these two goofballs.
What did I do?
What did I do?
Excuse me, I'm the only goofball here.
You guys are all goofballs.
Well,
I've done
I
that.
was going to say, wouldn't it be great if Troy Polamalu actually manned up and called in today?
Ooh,
Disguise your voice, use a
called
rate
out.
modulator,
Called out.
Ray,
but you
Ray,
want to be
hold
the
on.
ultimate
Ray,
troll? Call.
Ray, listen. You
Yes,
got to
Dad.
look at me when I say this to you.
I see you.
Which you,
When
that
you
you
were,
or this
when
you?
you were live doing a Cup of Ray and a pop-up show
I talked
down
about
at the Seminole Mall, he actually chimed in and made a comment and said, Ray, I'm at Bell's parking lot watching you. That's when I'm not kidding you. That's when your camera
That's
was sitting up there.
right there.
So,
That is a
At
sign.
that point, I would have been like, is there an adult in the room?
Man, I'll tell you what.
All right, enough of that. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Lions defense is so bad, though. Exactly, and it goes
Yep.
back to
Whose
that point.
defense?
I mean, the Lions, they're a terrible defense. Thank you very much for rubbing it in. I appreciate that.
The Lions?
I know where that's from. Shut up about the Lions.
Because I said, what was my game of the week?
Carolina versus the
The
Lions
home
last week.
underdog.
You done patting yourself on the
88%. Is that what was that an 88%?
He's never done. He's never done.
Hey,
Harry
guys,
would
look,
do that.
I'm not at 88% this year. I'm only at 73.
Or what? But it's the 88% rule, right? It falls the home team.
Well, they were
Surprised you
2.5
give decimal
point
points.
favorites.
Okay.
And the 88% rule shows
Okay.
that the home team
Yes.
will either cover or win.
8.5, 7, 2, 3, 5,
But that's
1.
why I go on vacations and you schlepp sit here.
Oh, wait. Averages.
You got to listen to the
You made
green.
me do math.
I'm here from
This is starting to.
Harper.
It is?
Seriously, it's starting to get.
Guys,
We're
we're
gonna have
going
a
up
game
over
here
there.
today.
Seriously, we're giving out $4 $50
I swear to God,
gift cards.
I don't know if they hung out at the punching bag machine too long and they were using each other's head. I'm
Wow.
not kidding you, man.
Is he
It's
talking about
bad.
us
I
or
think
his
he is.
balls?
I think he is. Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, like it's family friendly.
Oh.
We've got an MA.
Actually,
rating of
the Greek's
MA.
going to go ahead and promote it out there.
Wow.
Elate es dos de Whiskey Wings Messes to Tarpon Springs. Elate, come on, nakano ligo parea. Adaxi.
Hey Harry,
Opa.
we
Yes.
took a tour. We took a tour after the show this morning. A little pop up over there.
Yes, I did.
We went by the spring, got a great picture over there. Getting ready to have the Epiphany next week. So
Well,
it's,
there's nothing like the Epiphany. I can tell everybody about that, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's
go
perfect.
ahead.
There's
Go
nothing
ahead.
like it. There's 10,000 people around, and there's nothing like this dude wearing a black coat.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it's called the Archbishop.
Wait, don't do that story, Harry.
Oh, no, seriously, it's
Tell the
perfect.
family friendly version. Why does he always got to go there? He
It's
literally
30
steps
degrees
out and then goes
outside.
low.
And there's 50 young teenagers in their boat.
Oh, my God.
Okay,
Harry.
it's not like watching a whole
It's a
bunch
new
of teenagers
year.
rushing in the water. I'm only kidding. It's a
Harry.
great event here in Tarpon Springs, guys. It's a holy event.
Okay,
And you know, the whole
he landed
purpose
it. He landed
And actually, the whole purpose of it is that whoever gets it brings luck upon themselves for the entire year.
it. The Wile E. Coyote.
And the bishop, he likes it too.
Look at these.
You had to go to the bishop. Now we're gonna get. Oh,
Ugh.
I got to go to confession twice this week and say 2 Hail Marys.
2 Hail Marys, right?
And act of contrition. Thank you. Harry.
Except for Andrew. I don't think the Hail Marys, he'll burn in hell if he does that.
All right. So,
All right, I'll be there with plenty of the Jersey boys.
Oy vey, oy vey.
Rick says, what worries me is their logo. The Panthers logo is very, very scary.
It's
Did
okay,
you really say that?
Yes.
but the
You see,
colors a
I
little.
can take knowledge like that. I ask these people, what scares you about the Panthers? And this
logo,
is probably
the
the best
logo.
one. It's the logo.
All right.
It's got to
A
be the
little too
logo.
aggressive. If only you were playing the Dolphins this week.
It's either that or the wide receiver that
You know
wants
what
to
I
kill
love
me.
even more, guys? I've got a Buccaneer fan sitting to my right, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, and I have a
Yes.
Pittsburgh Steeler fan. Warm and close to my heart, the Pittsburgh Steelers. My favorite AFC team. Hold on. Because she's going to be sporting and supporting who? No one other than Chicago's very own Money Mitchell Trubisky.
You just love that guy. You're like the.
Bro, I'm
you're
telling you,
future
Pittsburgh is
agent.
going to kick Baltimore's ass today.
All right.
I'm
Jimmy,
just saying her quarterback is a
It's
Jersey
my pick of the
boy.
week.
Jersey boy quarterback.
Wait a
All right,
minute.
let me ask
Trubisky's
you-
a Jersey
Let
boy?
me ask this.
No, I'm saying
Guys, let me ask this
Take it.
question. Chris Cole
Take it.
said, did Hicks play in
Take
the
it.
first game? No, he did not. And that's the point. Going back to the statistic, 5-1 when Vea and Hicks play in that game together, only giving up 88 yards of rushing
True.
to the opposing team. When they don't, they're 2-7. So Vea is active today. you have to feel good about that running game, right, Harry?
Without question, you're going to, because they're going to stuff it. But where Tampa Bay really, really struggles a little bit against the run this year, unlike previous years, is they're having to respect the passing game more because everybody still feels like they have to get into a shootout. Why? I don't know, because this team's not putting up more than 18 points a game. With that being said, when you have Vita Vea in the middle with Akeem Hicks sitting there, Peter, this is really going to stop any rushes coming up the middle. But where Carolina flashes is when they run their jet sweeps and they run off of left tackle. They struggle against coverage and tackling opposing offensive running games when they're running up the left tackle.
There you go. There you go.
But up the middle, no chance at all today.
No chance. All right, let's go out to Rick here. A Greek, you truly are by half a point because you don't want to get beat by half a point. So you go -3 and take a little less money. Comments?
You can't. Yeah, that's when you're buying a point, but you're having to lay more juice, to be honest with you. If you like Tampa, you lay the 3.5. Or you can go the other way. You can actually sell some points.
Okay.
And then you get more money.
Well, that's what we want to do is more money. It's all
Or you can
about
lay the vig.
More money, more money.
Yeah,
more
Lay
money.
that vig.
Here comes the money.
All
Hey,
right.
and another thing is,
Yes.
who's got the mo in this game? I hate to tell you guys, it is Carolina.
It is the Carolina Panthers.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now,
definitely
they got the
Carolina
mo.
Panthers,
They've
yes.
got the momentum, not money. Mo is the momentum. Why do they have it? Because they have nothing to lose. Did anybody on this panel, or for anybody that's watching out there, or anybody's here that's Whiskey Wings that thought that Carolina would be fighting for a division?
No. I'll tell you.
wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Carolina
Again,
had any chance to win that game
again,
versus Tampa.
reach over my left shoulder and pat, because I said if there was one team that could beat this team for the playoffs in the beginning of the year, were the Carolina
He
Panthers.
did say it. I hate that he said that. But, Harry, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the fact that on a momentum, the Buccaneers squeak went out there on Christmas. I think they played a dedicated an Arizona Cardinals team that was down to their third quarterback. But for J.J. Watt, I think all the guys in the room knew he was coming to an end. First game with his kid there.
Good job.
But first game with, and I think they played gritty, right? But I think the better team won, and they should have won more convincingly, especially after holding the AFC champions. Cincinnati Bengals made them look stupid. But I'll give you this: you're right. Arizona, the Panthers come in with that momentum.
Yep.
But thankfully, and I hope I'm not regretting saying this, the game's here in Tampa at Raymond James on Bruce Arians' induction to Ring of Honor Day. So to me, that levels out the momentum. But 100% coming in here. If this game was in Carolina, I'd be like rooting for a gritty Bucs team to show up and be pissed, but I'd be a lot more worried. I feel at home levels it out. No,
I hate to tell you this. Come back to us real quick.
Yeah.
I would be less worried if the Buccaneers were in Carolina playing this game. They have the weight of their shoulders. They've got their fans. They have the pressure about Tom Brady. There's pressure with everything. And I'm going to ask an unbiased opinion. Andrew, this question's for you.
Go for it.
If Murray was playing quarterback in that game, does Tampa win it?
No way in hell.
Wait, Murray.
Kyler Murray.
If Kyler Murray was playing,
Kyler Murray was playing. They barely beat
Oh,
McSorley.
yeah, he would have.
They were almost feeling very McSorley the next day.
And
You
the
could
thing
definitely-
is, the problem is, guys, is that this offense has struggled so much this
Yes,
year
they
with
have.
not being able to sustain drives, not being able to convert third downs, which you're 6 and 17 on third down last week. So that wears out your defense, because if your defense has to stay on the field for that long for the majority of the game, then a team like the Carolina Panthers is very dangerous, because why? They want to control time of possession, and they also want to run the ball.
Yeah, but the other problem is that you're talking about possession. Okay. It's all about possession. And what does Tampa not do good? They don't possess the ball.
Right.
They don't want to run the football. They're very predictable on first down.
That's a Giants fan talking.
Now, the past couple of games, they've ran a lot more play action on first down. But they did it in the first half. They looked really well. Why can't they put 4 quarters of football together? All I'm saying is this. They just need to make it to the dance.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And again, you make the playoffs 3 years in a row.
Playoffs!
Here from Whiskey Wings, Tarpon Springs. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire at 1252 Chicago Sports, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay, and, of course, one of the giant goofballs, as they're being goofballs today, Mr. Andrew Davis. Love it. As always, guys, let's keep on reading these comments.
And don't forget, hold on, if you do come down
and
you want to come hang out.
Harry, don't do it. Don't do it.
Tampa Bay Ray Kenny's picking up your bar bill.
Harry put his credit card on the bar, so
Okay, you
everything's
just got to say it's on Tampa Bay Ray.
And not only that, guys,
He's the guy over there. With the
Tampa Bay Ray, just so you're aware, is spelled Harry.
Nope.
or Legions. The Legions. Right, Legions.
Now you come down today. The Greek's going to pick up a bar bill for you today.
And I'll tell you right now,
We'll
you
find all
also
the shit
have an
wagon.
opportunity. Listen, guys, this is great. You have an opportunity for $50 gift cards and also
A TV.
Yes, a 50-inch television. Just for coming on the evolution of sports talk television.
Hold on. Breaking news. There is a Bear fan in the house.
There is.
How about them Bears?
They do exist.
Play the song, Pete.
Did you say
Play the
Bears?
song.
Pete. This is a fourth game for the last Super Bowl wins.
I hear it.
Enough of that. So, we'll have to have this PA system on here in just a little bit. But let's go out to Kevin here. Says people will, with real football knowledge, know that Kayvon isn't the real deal. Misador says this just in. Trask is out. No, Misador, not the biggest Kyle Trask fan. Davis is out.
What do you expect from Misador? He lives in the armpit of the country. It's the armpit of Chicago.
Well, he felt like the Bucs should have spent that pick on the second round instead of a Kyle Trask on a cornerback, on a defensive tackle, maybe even an offensive tackle with the depth that they've had this year. So
hindsight is 2020, ladies and gentlemen.
Scott says Tom Brady will retire. You kind of think that? I mean, where do we stand here on the Tom Brady issue? Because rumors have been running rampant.
He's not a Buccaneer next year.
You don't think he's a Buck next year?
Done.
Yep, I agree.
Is he going to the Raiders? Is he going to the 49ers? I'll come out to
Anybody can speculate. He's just not going to play here. I really seriously doubt he's going to play for
He's going to the Villages.
This is a Buccaneers game day pregame show. Why do we care what Tom's doing? He's going to be dealing drugs out of Panama so he can be closer to the kids because Giselle's going to move to Brazil and he wants to be centrally located. Why does it matter? I mean, we can talk about it all day long, but seriously, let's talk about I hope Misador's wrong because I saw Kyle Trask in the preseason at that Miami game. I mean, I guess but you can put lipstick on a pig. I get it. But he looked like you talk about Bruce Arians and he was a quarterback whisperer. We called him when he came here 3 years ago. And then he happened to get a quarterback who whispered to himself. I don't know. It sounds like he's probably bipolar. But
sounds like what you do at nighttime, Ray.
It's whispering. What'd you say, Peter? I'm kidding. No, but I'm saying, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just talking too much.
The Legions. We do not have the off button.
All right. So again, I'm not sure if he retires. I have no idea what he's going to do at the end of the day. But I've said this on my show time and time again. The best possible destination is here. The Bucs as an organization.
Why would it be the best possible?
Here's the question I have for you guys.
Hold on. Hey,
here's the question,
Pete.
Hold on now. I'm about to explain.
He's going to drop the knowledge.
There's a reason why he left New England in the first place. They took just like a relationship.
Because they wouldn't let him do whatever he wanted.
Correct. And Tampa Bay will. There's not a lot of teams out there that will allow that.
And that's why they're barely 500.
And they may fire their offensive coordinator at the end of the day. But you even admitted, do you think Brady is done? Do you think he can come back another year?
No. I didn't say he's done. He's still a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League.
So what's the problem then?
The problem is people are not keeping him in check. He's bigger than the game. That's my problem. I just love him. And this is Ed. Ed's calling up to absolutely pimp slap me.
All right, here we go. Ed, welcome to the Evolution using your second call here live.
They had to.
Springs in Tarpon Springs. Would you shut up over there, you two goofballs? Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, you did hear us.
I might call 3 or 4 times. Who knows?
Do it.
I got to ask Mr. Harry.
I knew it. He's calling the blasphemy.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Are you predicting that the Bucs lose today?
You will find out just before game time. 15 minutes.
Whoa, there's a teaser.
15 minutes.
That's a better cliffhanger than the Sylvester Stallone movie.
The Greek will be giving out all the picks. The Bucs will be picking. The Greek will be picking his games to go ahead and give for you guys to go ahead and make some money today.
All right, I'm calling you out right now. If you predict the Bucs to lose and they lose,
oh, see,
wow, bro.
You're gonna call me out if they lose?
Harry, do you need my eraser?
Why are you calling out if they lose? You're gonna call them out if they win.
How dare you be right?
That's okay. It's Ed. He doesn't understand.
Man. man. You just stop being negative about the Bucs, man.
2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, Ed?
All right, Ted.
God, I love Ed.
Right, Ed.
Here's a good question for you guys. We had a lot of talk this week about Terrell Owens possibly even going to the Cowboys. As crazy as that talk is, at 49 years old. Why didn't the Bucs call him? That would have been the oldest wide receiver QB duo in the history of the NFL. That would have been amazing. 49-year-old receiver getting passes from a 46-year-old quarterback.
I actually
the
story
is that he actually wanted
their ages together is death.
Guys,
we got no chance over here.
we do got no chance with these two guys. I tell you right now, we need to break them up, put them in the corner. The reason why Owens didn't sign with the Cowboys, shut up and be quiet. God,
He's gonna put us backstage.
Owens didn't sign with the Cowboys because he wanted too much money. That's the story.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Well, Social Security checks are getting smaller.
No, seriously. How old is Terrell
Why
Owens?
is he trying to
49.
sign in the first place? Do you think he wants to play for the love of the game or wants to get paid at 49 years old?
He needs
Now
money.
There you go.
I'm 53. I could kick tomorrow. I
Because
could fill
he's
in
paying
for
all them
Ryan
baby
if I had
mamas.
to.
Listen, if you want to play at 49, you love the game. There's no doubt.
All right.
No, he needs
Ed,
to pay off the baby mamas.
Go ahead and finish up here.
All right, all I gotta say is go Bucs, and the Bucs are gonna win today. And I'm telling you right now, Mr. Greek, Mr. Harry the Greek, you better not bet against them.
Hey,
All
you're starting to sound like a former co-host of mine. Actually, not a co-host.
Fighting
Would you
words.
fire him?
No, I'm going to start putting you on the same level
Are
as
you
one
so
Rick
excited?
Hughes.
Would you fire him?
How about them Bucs, baby?
All right, Ed.
Let me give you a rant.
Appreciate it.
Uh-oh,
You
here
don't
we
know
go.
what you're talking about.
Remember, Harry, he did say mister. That's like saying with all due respect.
Idiot. I love it.
Pete, can we
I'm
pull
gonna
the
give you
grenade?
a rant.
Can I try to give you an intro to it so we can pull the number?
Ooh,
Can I? Is it too soon?
I don't know. I don't know.
Go sell some furniture.
I don't know what you guys
I'm
are
gonna pull
Hey,
that
now
grenade
hold
too
on,
soon.
Pete. I'll tell you what. So let me see if I can get in there. So Andrew's got some numbers. There's a
Should be able
stat
to
that really
afford it.
jumps out at me. But let's go into the numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
You see
It'd
the
be a nice
trends,
Christmas gift from the Greek.
not just. Now we're actually talking sports.
We are
I'm kidding.
for once.
I was talking.
And if you bet against the Bucs, Harry,
Yeah, Mr.
kidding
Harry.
about it.
Yeah,
But
Mr. Harry, don't bet against the Bucs now.
I'm not.
Yeah.
it's one of the biggest stats that stands out for the Buccaneers, or more importantly for the Carolina Panthers. Before you get to the very good one, is there something you can give us up front?
Oh, you don't want me to give the very good one yet,
You
huh?
could give the good. Drop it.
You know
I'm
what?
ready.
I really want to drop the good one.
It's
I
the
really
big.
do, because the big thing is when you look at the numbers of what the Panthers have done this season, the defense that they've had all year has been pretty decent for the most part. But their issue has been as the game progresses, their defense actually gives up more and more points. I don't mean cumulative. Obviously, that's going to happen no matter what.
By the
But I
tune
mean
to
literally
what?
per quarter, they give up more.
First half versus
So,
second half.
Even into the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. What's the fourth quarter?
So
Well,
here
let
we
me
go. Here's where they're at. Here's where their rankings are at for the points given up here. So they start off the second overall in the first quarter as far as giving up points.
Overall defensively and
Yeah.
points allowed. Okay.
Then they go to the 14th overall. Then they go to the 20th. Then they go to the 31st in the league, folks.
In the fourth quarter.
Out of 32 teams.
Wow.
31st in the league as far as points given up in the fourth quarter.
It's just one of those things because you're wondering what kind of game do you expect the Buccaneers to come out today? Do they have
Yeah.
to fly? Does Mike Evans need to have a bomb thrown to him to make up for what happened in Carolina? Is Tom Brady get off the schneid? Do we rely on a solid running game?
Listen, you mentioned Mike Evans. That's a huge thing this week because keep finding J.C. Horn's out. That's
Yeah.
the only good corner they have.
Yeah. I mean, they
It's
had
the only good corner
Jim's
they
a
have.
great
Which,
tackler. though.
which
He's a-
by the way, will force them to go ahead and not only double cover Evans,
Mhm.
but the same way you've seen the past 3 weeks prior to the last game, where they're going to actually have a linebacker shadowing him and they're going to have the safety over the top. Expect the big game from Tampa's offense, believe it or not.
Big
God
game
bless.
from Tampa's offense.
Well, and here's
Wow.
the thing.
Oh, I see some Giant fans here.
I
We
see
see some
Dolphins?
Giant fans.
Oh,
We
is
see some.
that Eli
Oh,
Manning?
we got some Giant fans
Giant
here. We got some
fans.
Giant fans here.
Dolphins,
There we go.
Come on, make some noise. You guys can make some noise. Come on.
Demon.
There you go. This isn't church. Make some noise. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back out to the comments. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll come back to us in a moment here. We're going back to us. You know, the big time play in that game, third play, Mike Evans has a big time play, drops the ball. That's a touchdown, and that is the inability of this offense this year to be able to convert touchdowns in the first quarter. And I feel like that's one of the biggest keys to this game. Get off to a fast start, not settle
point.
for a Ryan Suckup field goal, get a touchdown on the board, because then after that, you put the pressure on the Carolina Panthers. I get it. They got Sam Darnold. They got the 2 running backs there, but they're still with an interim coach. They're still you're still fighting a good defense here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who've done a good job, even though a lot of people would like to criticize them. For me, it's more to be critical of the offense because the defense hasn't been able to get off the field. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But again, you're averaging 17, 18 points a game.
Yeah.
So are they going to still continue to be on the do theory that maybe they're going to break out in the first half? They showed signs of it last week.
Sure.
Okay, but
they've shown signs of it all year long, and
but
they showed signs
not.
in week 7.
But you know what it
and
also
you've
reminds me of?
got to get Evans the ball. 3 catches for 29 yards. I don't care if they double him. Your offensive coaching staff has to find a way to get Evans the ball. He makes that offense go at the end of the day. Godwin does too, and I get it. Julio
Peter,
Jones does.
This team is extraordinary moving the ball from 20 to 20.
Correct.
Why can't they get it in the end zone when they're in the opposing teams?
They're making too many critical
Red zone.
mistakes.
You know
on
what
the
it is?
offensive line.
They're missing the tight end.
Of course. Robert
That's
Gronkowski.
exactly what it is.
Yes.
They're missing the tight end is what it is.
Yes, absolutely here. You can get in the back, sir, if you want to, if you want to come on the Evolution. Yes.
I will try not to step on your equipment.
Absolutely. How you doing? What's your name, and what brought you down here to Whiskey Wings today?
Well, I came down with my friend. We were coming to watch a little playoff-minded football. He's a Giants fan. I'm a Dolphins fan, and we're both hoping to clinch this week.
All right. What do you think about the Dolphins' chances there? Tua in concussion protocol. You go with Teddy Bridgewater.
We got Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater's healthy, though, compared to last time he got thrown in.
Correct.
So as long as he can get those checkdowns to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I think we'll be fine. We got the run game is averaging over 4 yards a carry.
Hold that mic,
The offensive
please.
line seems solid.
That was
Even with Armstead.
That was a game they should have won last year. How they gave that game away was unbelievable.
Well, that concussion in the third quarter.
Like, Harry Carey.
At the end, that'll doom you every time.
Well, we're live here.
To the ball
Cubs win.
game.
Cubs
Take
win.
me out to the.
All right,
Hold
guys.
on, guys.
Listen, we're
Settle down.
go and tune in at Peter H. Blake on my Facebook page. Also, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube if you want to watch the broadcast. And all you fans are welcome at halftime. Even now, if you want to get in the back, make some noise. Get in the back. This is the evolution of Sports Talk Television, sir. Thanks a lot. Sir, thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it. Definitely come on back here. This is the interactive experience called the Sports Web. Let me go out to you. You got a Giants fan in the house. Go to the Sports Web on YouTube right there. Giants fans, Dolphins fans. Let me come out to these guys. They're talking to people here. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's come out to you guys here. What do you got going on over there? What do you got going on?
Oh, hey.
Hey, we're talking up here to fans.
It's great down here at Whiskey Wings. Got fans. You know the thing, Pete, that's
the
been
Legions are having fun.
The Legions are having a weird amount of fun. I don't even think I was good. But I tell you what, the amount of different fans we have.
Guys, tell them to go in the game room there, come around there, and have them on camera.
I got them coming on at half. I got them coming on in a little while, Pete.
Around. All right.
We got Dolphins, Giants, Bears. Which
Oh, my.
Nobody's perfect. Lots of Bucs fans. Great wings down here. Having a great time. Pete, Harry, we haven't done this together in 2 years now, right? Super Bowl season, buddy.
It's been a while.
Back. And we got this guy with us too. So I mean, this is a great day to come to Whiskey Wings down.
There they are. Oh, there we go. They're coming in the shot. They're coming in the shot.
Broncos fan walking by.
They're with the Legions.
Right there.
Wait a minute.
We've had many cappuccinos.
Chiefs right there. Kansas City Chiefs fans. That's the last time we've done a remote like this Super Bowl 55 Bucs.
You know the Bears fan coming, Harry.
Chiefs.
The Bears fan coming right there. I see the Bears shirt.
Look at all the fans that are coming out here. You got to love it here at Whiskey.
I got a smorgasbord of teams here coming.
All right,
Pete,
so
I got a guy back here.
Yes,
it the Polo? What goes back to 58? Going to see the Giants play out the Polo Grounds.
Oh yeah.
So man, you talk about a transitioning NFL, guys. These days, instant replay and legalized gambling, and think about the days. I was telling Drew here that we had 12:30 to 1 o'clock NFL today. We didn't have ESPN. We didn't have all the NFL channels. All us older guys, is it too much information overload sometimes, or is it all just good?
I think some of the talking heads go a little overboard sometimes.
Still today.
I know we do.
Still today.
Well, we have to.
805 in Syracuse.
Yes.
Shows the Giants every single game.
We're talking about Polo Grounds. I remember watching Dolphins play in the Orange Bowl.
Oh
man. Yeah. So I mean, It's crazy, but that's what you get down here. All kinds of eclectic fan base, different people from different teams, and we're not even getting started.
It's part of the fun of Florida. Really, it is.
It really is. We're a melting pot.
Yeah, we are. We're like America within America.
But I tell you right now, I gotta get a chant here. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep on talking. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. We're gonna get a chant here.
We're gonna get a chant going.
Okay, let's do this.
Definitely, we're gonna chant going here in a little bit when there's Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans are
We
showing
got
up.
Bucs fans in the house, baby. You see them coming in.
I thought you were chanting about Green Bay.
While we're waiting, for
Not
these
one
Bucs
Green Bay
fans-
fan.
Now one
While we're
Packers
waiting
fan,
for the
They're
Bucs
in
fans
hiding.
to come
Well,
up,
they may be at the game too.
hold on, time out.
Oh wait,
While-
come here. Come here. We got a Bucs
While
fan right here.
we're waiting for Bucs fans to come up, let's talk about the real games that have happened yesterday, guys. Let's talk about what happened to Michigan and getting beaten like that. And how about them Georgia Bulldogs? Huh? How about Georgia?
Okay, we got a Bucs fan right here. Sir, how long you been a Bucs fan for? What's your name?
Get a decent crowd here.
Go ahead, get it.
About an hour early for kickoff.
Do you guys come in?
Yeah, come on in. Okay. All right, Richard, how long you been a Bucs fan for?
10 years.
10 years. All right. And you're coming out here to Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. You know you got an opportunity to win 4 $50 gift cards and also a 50-inch television for getting on the evolution of sports talk television, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
With that. Yeah.
How do you feel about the Bucs today versus the Panthers?
You got to stop the running game.
Got to stop the
We
running
gotta
game. That's
stop
the
that
biggest
running
key to the
game.
game.
Yes, yes.
All right. Can you give me a prediction really quick? Score prediction.
30-21.
30-21
So he
Tampa
likes
Bay.
the over.
All right, do me a favor. Get that mic really quick. I'm going to say Tampa. You're going to say
Tampa.
Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa.
Bay.
Tampa.
Bay.
Tampa.
Bay.
All right, go Bucs. We'll get it in unison here. Let's go out to the guys right there.
There we are.
All right, we'll come back out to these comments. Open phone line if you want to get on here.
You're the YMCA.
It's YMCA.
0391. It's 727-255-0391. Yes.
Before you do comments, I got to share this thought because Drew and we just had this great moment with our Dolphins and our giant Daniel Jones guy. Is that I was telling him we're so busy because, of course, Amped Up and the Sports Web has you covered tomorrow for the coverage of the Relia Quest Bowl. Got full credentials. We're going to be over there. And also coming down here, as far as doing a show, other than analyzing numbers, looking into it, I just realized there's so many TVs in here, and they're going to have all the 1 o'clock games on. I get to watch, instead of having to run across the street to Harry the Greek's house, which, by the way, they've got like a 10,000-inch television, and it's like iDef and plasma.
I wouldn't know.
Anyway, thank you. I'm excited. Again, it's a great day. Got all the walls are open here. I love the way this place opens inside out. Right here, it's funny. It's right here on US 19, but it was a nice drive to Tarpon Springs this morning. Come join us.
Across
today.
from the Tarpon Tower.
There you
I've
go.
been looking at that. It's
Good stuff. Let's go out to Kevin. People with real football knowledge know that Kayvon is the real deal. Misador. This Justin Trask is out. No. Misador again. Davis is out. All others expected to play. Scott says Tom Brady will retire. We read that. Pete said his favorite wrestler is Shelton Benjamin. That's not true. Nassib is out as well. Well, that's what it does. Rams beat the Chargers. How do you feel about this game here from Scott?
No opinion.
No opinion. So go to Texas on that game?
Completely go to no. How can you take the Rams to beat the Chargers?
I actually did.
Wow.
We scored 50 points on the Broncos last week. This is a team on a mission since Baker got there, and the Chargers have nothing to play for. Their goal is not get injured.
They're already in.
Okay. All right. There you go. Deshaun says Derek Carr to the Bucs. Of course, that was the other big-time story this week.
What's up, Deshaun? Thanks for tuning in.
Yep,
but you know what?
absolutely,
I've already predicted that. Tampa Bay would be very blessed to get Derek Carr.
Oh, yes.
Well, I agree. And I tell you right now, you look at his numbers, a 3-time Pro Bowler.
But do they have the money to pay him?
Well, but they're not going to have the money to pay him because the Raiders most likely are going to cut him. They're not going to be able to trade him to another team because nobody's going to pay that $40 million contract. So he may go to the Bucs if Brady, and again,
he'll be cut.
Right.
He'll be cut. His contract is very team friendly. He'll be cut.
Like,
let me ask you this, guys. Is it Derek Carr's fault that the Raiders have blown 4 10-plus point leads at halftime?
No,
it's not. You're absolutely right. And
scapegoat.
It's Derek Carr's fault that you're not able to get Devontae Adams more involved after the first half. In the second half, it's almost like the case of Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They failed to get him involved in most of these games, and you have no idea why. With the Devontae Adams who's going off in the first half, why can't you get him involved, Harry the Greek, in the second half?
I don't know. That's
Great question.
it's a great question.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you.
you're asking for an opinion, and I got zero.
I ask great questions, so I'll pat myself on the
Sometimes.
back. Yeah, you know. Kind of know what I'm doing. All right, let's go out to Anthony Handy here. No graveyard commentary today. Ray?
Yeah, so I did a little live from a graveyard yesterday. And I'm getting a lot of push. I'm getting a lot of blowback on that.
Don says, wow. Alec, what's up? Peter, Harry, Ray, good morning, guys.
What's up, Alec?
Chop liver here. I'm chop liver.
Alec.
Chop liver.
Alex Luthmore, good morning, gents. Happy New Year. Go Bucs. All kinds of Bucs fans. Go.
Alex
There
got to
you
be
go.
hurting today. Michigan broke my
Everyone,
heart.
guys. Tampa.
Bay.
Tampa.
Bay.
Tampa. All right, there we go. Good morning, Alec. Let's go out to Alec again. Alex saying, go Bucs. It must be a new year. Deshaun, hard to tackle edges when inside linebacker is getting blocked. That comes down to Devin White. He's been somewhat disappointing up and down this year, losing his father. They definitely need him to play at another level. What do you see with this defense? With, you look at the numbers, top 10 defense, not able to cause enough turnovers. They caused turnovers last week, which is good. Can they do that versus the Carolina Panthers today?
If Carolina has to get into a shootout, Tampa will get a couple of picks in this game. Okay, that's if Carolina plays on an open, on a wide open type of offense. But I'm not seeing it this way. I think it's going to be very close, very close to the vest.
I do too. I agree with you on this. Let me go out to the. I'm just going to call them the two goofballs today.
Whoa,
Legends.
The Legends. We are the Legends.
Legends.
Yeah.
Legends. Is that the biggest key to the game here, guys? Is to make the Panthers one-dimensional, shut down that running game, and make Sam Darnold beat you.
First off, they are one-dimensional, but it's not the way you're saying. It's the opposite. They're going to run the ball. You're not going to stop them. They're going to run. They're going to run. They're going to run. That's what they do. You're not going to stop it. You got to try to contain it somewhat. That's the goal, basically. But the big thing is we're talking about as far as issues with White and the defense and everything. The defense for the Bucs is not the problem. When you scored over 20 points 4 times all season long, all the problems are on that side of the ball. Sorry.
Yeah, but again, Sam Darnold, pocket passer. He's a free agent after this season.
No one wants Sam Darnold. Trust me on that. He's going to be a great backup for somebody.
Don't forget the Bucs had such a strong. Ouch! That's probably
it's the truth. It's the truth. Let's be honest.
Year in this
no one's going
system.
Sam Darnold. We're the third team to get him. We'll fix him.
I know, right?
Carolina's still paying their last
Keep talking, guys.
Yeah, no. My point is that the Bucs are. I don't want to see him over pursue the run. Play the run solid with the fundamentals that Todd Bowles has taught you to do. Larry Foote's shown you to do. Levante and Devin, don't try to do too much. Joe Tryon, Shoyinka, don't try to cut up field too fast. Have your contains in the corners because Sam Darnold in a pinch will pull it down on you. Play not tempered, but play football so that you're not overcommitting. You're not. Yeah. And I use Taysom Hill as that example. When he does the fake run and we all commit 9 to the box, and all of a sudden Taysom throws a crappy spiral that loops over to defense. Don't get fooled like that today. Play good, solid, fundamental defense.
Just double up DJ Moore and just shove everything else to run in the help at that point.
I mean, Chuba Hubbard.
You got Terrence Marshall. I mean, he's not having a bad year as a rookie. He's got about 500 yards so far this season. So not horrible, but not, he's not going to beat you.
Sam Darnold will use the tight ends. I'm just glad it's not Greg Olsen, but I'm not even sure who they have at tight end. But then Sam Darnold getting more comfortable.
Is Greg Olsen at the game? He might be calling the game.
Yeah, actually, the Fox #1 team.
You know what I love about the goofballs?
I'm telling you,
No. Do you hear the laugh?
Yes.
Both
of them, they're having a good time over there.
Hold on.
That's why we came here. That's why we came here.
Does anybody out there remember Baby Huey?
Oh, God.
That did kind of sound like Baby Huey. You do it, don't you?
You kind of look like Baby Huey.
Oh, come on. Give it to us.
I can't do it on cue.
I'll tell you right now, he came walking up. I was like, damn, this guy's tall. I'm not going to talk stuff to him.
6'7". Can't miss me in a room.
God, don't get Mike on here. Fat Mike on here.
So you're actually not sitting down.
You got. I don't know what you got fans over there. All right, let's see here.
About family.
Good morning, Scott. What's up, Scott?
What's up, Scott?
Meets the door.
Speak on it.
Troy Polamayu, I'm not a troll. Is Drew related to Brian Daboll? They look alike, just different by a couple of chicken wings. Anthony says, what's going on?
I call skinny? Is he complimenting me?
Yes, he is. Yes. You guys are
having a compliment.
Yeah, thank you for calling me skinny. I do have a dad bod.
Meesador says Deshaun shelving the D-line needs to keep O-line from reaching second level, which allows the linebacker to roam and create havoc. And again, this defense is different. This is what we need to focus on. When you have Hicks and Vea, Once again, they're 5-1. They're holding teams under 100 yards rushing. And this is, Harry, what you kind of talked about. I'm going to pat you on the back again. This is the reason why you move on from a Ndamukong Suh. You miss that leadership, but what you get is an upgrade over Akeem Hicks when he can stay healthy. It's a totally different duo with that defensive line, right?
First off, Akeem Hicks, when he's healthy, is still one of the premier, not only run stopper, but a premier pass rusher as an interior lineman.
Yeah.
He was like second in the National Football League to only one other, Sam Darnold. I don't know if people know that. And that's just not true. That's how quick he is.
That's what the 3-4 do too, right? Lock up the middle, take as many offensive linemen out of it, so you let your defense, let your second tier roam. But again, you got Logan Hall, you got Nasabout. I like that. Carl's been pretty solid.
Yeah, he's been a good addition to the pass rush the last couple of weeks. Really, he's really picked it up out of nowhere.
Yeah, but I still like you got linebackers. We've been a little thin there too, but the injuries to the secondary.
That's the key. That's the key is how healthy are these guys? Because like I said, it's all lower body injuries, and that affects you when you're trying to cover people. But again, I got to say, though, the defense is not the problem. It's the offense.
100%.
This game is going to come down to, can Tom Brady score points on a defense that's missing its only good corner? I mean, look at like the PFF ratings on some of these corners at that point. J.C. Horn was in the 70s. Everybody else is down in the 50s. We're talking a huge drop down from these rest of these corners.
Today for the Carolina
secondary. J.C. Horn's out.
We got
He's out.
Good games to talk
so
about.
if they can't put points up against this defense, that's an issue.
This team needs to get fed, and that you put the Carolina, and that's the way the Buccaneers are supposed. That's the way the 2020 and 2021 Buccaneers play. You get that lead, you get that.
They're
offense,
dink and dunk. That's what there is. That's what you guys are.
Solid.
You guys have no running game except for the running game is the passing game. It's the 5-yard passes left and right. But the big thing I want to see that I notice a lot when I'm watching Bucs games is I want to see when it's coming down to third down, because we all know third down's been an issue obviously for the Bucs all year long here.
Right.
I want to see them go past the sticks, because what I keep on seeing is passes thrown at the sticks.
And the defense is covering it
the
up.
defense knows that's where it's going because
Yeah.
it's so obvious. If I can see that, if this goofball can see it, you don't think the guys who coach NFL for a living that know much more about football than any of us here at the bar put together, basically.
Use your 50-50
They
throws
know
to
that.
Mike Evans. Use your tight ends.
Well,
Don't be
guys,
afraid
and it
to
comes
throw to
down to
Kate
the injury situation, which is getting a lot better. Donovan Smith looks like he's going to return today. Tristan Wirfs, even though he re-aggravated the ankle, looks like he's going to return today. So you got your offensive line, it seems like, intact. And there's a possibility of Ryan Jensen coming back.
Yep.
So you want to go down the field. You said it best, Terry. You got to have that offensive line, and that offensive line has to give Tom Brady at least 3 to 4 seconds to throw that ball if you want to do it. You tried to do it last week with pass play action, with putting in the greatness of Brandon Walton, and that didn't turn out very well because Brady gets hit, gets pressure in his face, and throws an interception. That's what you got to avoid today for the Carolina Panthers. And the challenge is, guys, Brian Burns coming into this game, 12.5 sacks. Donovan Smith,
he's a beast.
Yes, but he's the only beast.
Matchup that you got to watch. Harry, matchup. Donovan Smith, Brian Burns. Is that the key one? Do you have to chip a tight end? Do you have to chip a running back?
Yep.
What do the Bucs have to do to shut down a Brian Burns?
First off, Donovan Smith could have an extraordinary game if they give him help on the left side.
Agreed.
If they do not give him help on the left side, it's not just his physical body stature, it's what he's going through mentally right now. It's just not going to be able to handle. I mean, Brian Burns, the guy's an absolute stud.
It's a monster.
But listen, there's not many left tackles in football that can block the guy one-on-one.
Sure.
So you're going to have to get chip blocks on him. You're going to have to get a tight end on him sometimes.
Let me go out to the goofballs here, or the football Jones.
The Legends.
Big time matchup, key matchup for you guys. Donovan Smith coming back there versus a Brian Burns. I mean, guys.
Here's the thing, though. It's not that you have to give him help against Brian Burns. It's why wouldn't you? He's the only pass rusher they have of note. Why would you not put all your resources towards that? That's the common sense right there. Again, not that you have to, but if you got the bodies to do it because nobody else is really, getting after the quarterback, of course, give the guy some help.
And nobody really wants to see Donovan Smith on roller skates like the polar bear going backwards on ice, which he sometimes.
Unless he has a Coca-Cola in his hand, because that'd be adorable.
Merry Christmas. Mazel tov. I have no idea what I just did.
Now you're talking Andrew's language there. Mazel tov.
All right,
a
so
little
we
bit
read
tough,
that
man.
comment there. Anthony Handy, morning, guys. Rick, I don't know what that is.
Squares. It's squares.
No, that was a gang sign.
Ray,
that was.
shut up.
I have the hash.
Quiet,
We do
Sligo.
have red. I got the blue here.
Ray, where's the half shirt? Who is
That's my
saying
victory shirt today. I wear that post game.
Let's go out to Ralph here. Your ruining my buzz.
Well, there's a cure for that.
That's
Have
two of us.
another beer, and then that buzz will keep going. That's the cure.
I didn't know you were supposed to be buzzed during watching the Sports Web. Is that a new thing now?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right. Well,
I'm not sure where, but somewhere.
Is that very
So
true?
they tell me.
Moore says, well, let's wish the Bears fans a happy 1985. The entire planet celebrates 2023. Bears still celebrate 1985 again.
That was good. Me.
Let's go out to Scott.
Listen,
here.
if Cowboy fans could still celebrate 96, then
I'm
Bears
not
fans
doing
can
it,
still
man.
celebrate 85. I'm just saying.
Bucs fans are still
Fair is
celebrating
fair.
2020, baby, which is weird. 2020. Who's
I know.
celebrating 2020?
No
That year
one.
sucks.
No one. No one
Happy
wants to
New
celebrate
Year,
that year. That year didn't
Buffalo
happen.
thinks You're celebrating 2020 because the Bucs won that Super Bowl, and I guess.
Hey, by the way, Pete, can I say something?
Sure, go for it.
Not
So
one
you always-
resolution yet. Not one
I think they can
comment.
stop
Not
you.
one resolution. I haven't heard
Go
one.
back
I
to
haven't
the
seen one
comments.
resolution in
Yes.
the comments for what they plan and what's your
Yes.
resolve in 2023. What's your resolution?
To be very frank, I don't ever give one. I call this arbitrary calendar change day.
I'm still stuck on
I just dislike New Year's Eve entirely. New Year's Day. It's a pointless random day.
There you go.
Okay. All right. There you
I
go.
know I'm a
Right
buzzkill.
The
Now I'm
Rams,
really killing his buzz. I'm really killing his
That
buzz
one
now.
guy is definitely ruining his.
the Rams can beat the Bucs today. Let's go out to Deshaun. You know that works with our starting interior line after the drop
Again.
off is real. Enjoying you guys. Harry, will you jump on with us Friday, 9 to 11 Central on 806 Sports Radio? Please go
Absolutely.
Bucs. There you go, right there. That's the way to
You
do
only
it.
wants Harry?
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh,
What the heck?
the whole
Do
game
our
you
own
get
thing.
on sometime, right?
Sure.
You know,
I haven't
get
seen it in a
on
while. I'm
board,
also a
get
little
on
Harry.
with you,
They
Kenny.
like
Well,
Harry
yeah.
the
Thank
Greek
you,
in the
Harry. Way
handicap.
too much
There you
information,
go.
but I'm okay.
And you're going to give out some games here in just a little bit. We'll
Yep.
get out to that. Can our defense stop the team that just rushed for 400 yards? Big time matchup again. We keep on going back to that. Evans just needs 87 yards in the last two games to get 1,000 again, and that's amazing. 917 yards.
That comes in the first half today.
Okay, first half today. So they, and
I
you should.
know, right? I thought I was
because you got
dancing, but I was actually.
You got to play the over.
Yes.
I'm going to give a proposition bet.
Okay.
It's 67 yards, if I'm not mistaken, for Mike Evans. Do play the over today.
Play
on
the
that.
over on that. So Mike Evans
First half.
87 yards to go over 1,000, 9 consecutive years. And nobody's done that ever in NFL history. Definitely surefire Hall of Famer, as we're getting noise in the background. Gotta love that. All right, so good stuff there, Alex. Troy, when I say Tampa, you say sucks, and we say this.
This guy sucks.
Let's go out to Alec or Scott. Alec, you picked
Got
the
it.
Rams today. Scott, Johnny Dean, you're here? No. Let's go, Bucs.
James Dean? Any
It's like
Dean?
an AOL chat room. It turned into. I was like,
Jimmy Dean?
it's like, are you a man or a woman? It's like, what?
Oh my God.
ASL.
They do. Jamie says kind of like Trubisky. Sorry, Harry. Scott, give St. Louis a team. Florida has 3 teams. What's up with that?
It's called a big state.
Because they did so
Very
well in
big
St.
state.
Louis with the football team that they had.
The two that they had. The two they had. The two.
Gave you one
Browns.
Don't forget.
And
Oh,
the
3. That's
Cardinals,
3. That's 3.
All right, the
Yeah,
Carolina
we'll see
Kids
if
have
it's
caused a
Rams.
turnover in 4
Right.
games, says Tim. Let's go out to Chris. Cole need to run more counters.
Hey, hold on.
Yes.
That is the key to the game.
Okay.
You want to get that running game going, guys. You got to run more counters.
Okay.
Christopher Cole, I'm telling you, he drops the knowledge, this guy.
He does. He knows
It's
his
exactly
stuff.
what it is. You
Yeah.
run a lot of counters instead of running, 3 consecutive plays up the right guard, at the goal line. That kind of things just don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still be a good game.
I'll tell you what, let me come
The
out to
Tua.
you guys here. Leonard Fournette this week revealed that he was dealing with an injury.
Liz Frank, right?
A big time concern for you guys. And Rashard White, can we see more of him today? Tampa Bay Ray, and of course, Andrew.
Fournette's still your hammer. I mean, Fournette has the slight Liz Frank injury he
Yeah.
reveals this week, and of course, Rashad White, he
Stay on.
30. What?
I heard a rumor that he got that injury at a buffet table.
Jesus Christ! But he's still but he's still your thumper, and I mean, it hasn't bothered him so far. And I mean, I think I still want to see him, taking it up the middle, punishing, going right into Burns. In fact,
Yep.
put Vita Vea in the backfield, punish Burns a little bit,
Yeah.
then use Rashad White, which obviously between the tackles he can also run and bury the lead. He's also a threat out of the backfield, but establish that downfield passing first, then
Yeah.
let it open up stuff underneath.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be one of those games that I think you'll see that the passing game will set up, hopefully, the run for them because they got to get it going. You guys are averaging, 77 yards on the
Jesus.
season right now? I mean, there's running backs alone making more yards than that.
But I will say that at least 5 other games this season, I've had the same argument with Dick, Tom, and Harry, and
Yeah.
we watch the end of the game, and we're like, "What the? It just happened." But today,
that, it's kind of one of those things where you don't even expect it to happen because it hasn't happened all season. The big thing is, and you let me know, right? You watch a lot more Bucs action than I do. I'll say that freely. So Is it just me, though, or is Tom Brady having trouble with the deep ball where he's just throwing it short? It's almost like his arm has lost some of that
Julio
zing
Jones
to it.
was-
I'll tell you what.
46 years old, you're going to.
Save that thought. Let me come out to you in a moment. We're going to go out to former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Mr. Ricky Reynolds, on what he had to say and his struggles that Brady is having. Stand by here. We'll go out to Ricky Reynolds again, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Here we go. You're a defensive back. You played it in the league. You look at Brady. Brady was able to throw the ball down the field. He's never been the best deep passer, but this year, it seems like he's inaccurate. If you're playing these wide receivers, are you playing them up to challenge him to throw the ball deep because he is so inaccurate this year?
Oh yeah. I'm playing everything tight, tight coverage, especially down the field. He's really been inaccurate down the field. So one of his toughest coverages for him is the 2-man. You know, when the defenders are playing, bumper run, man-to-man coverage with 2 safeties over the top. And what that allows is for the defensive back to really play the receivers aggressively because they have those 2 safeties deep over the top. And when you do that, that makes him have to hold the ball. And with the lack of offensive line play up front, he can't hold the ball too long. You know, that ball has to come out. But it's hard to find targets when the DBs are all over your receivers and they're playing them physically and really getting after them, and it makes it tough on a quarterback when that happens. So I think Tom is having some tough times with some of these defenders and defenses out there. He's having to make perfect throws. Night in and night out, and he's not doing it. I mean, we all are seeing it. He's not consistent with the way he has been in the past.
All right, welcome back to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. We're live here from Whiskey Wings and Tarpon Springs.
Opa.
I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Your thoughts on those comments, and then I know you want to do some picks, but Ricky Reynolds kind of giving you an insight on why Brady is having such struggles this year in 2022, right?
Well, yeah, I'd love to say it's good. Happy New Year.
It's Roger Shoe.
Happy New Year, Greek.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Acknowledge me.
How you doing? Happy New Year, buddy. There
Roger
you go, Roger
Shoe.
Shoe.
Where's
from
Troy?
Chicago? Troy is not here. Roger Shoe, but
Troy's a puss.
Yeah.
Go back to the comments there
It's a
with Ricky Reynolds.
kitty.
Thanks a lot, man.
Let me tell you
out.
something. With
Yes.
Ricky, look, he played in the National Football League. I just really wish he would have harped on a little bit more about the lack of time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of not being indicting, and again, with all due respect, Ricky, you played in the National Football League. I myself watch a lot of tape. You're absolutely correct with your assessment. But if he doesn't have time and he's hurrying the ball, he's very limited especially with the accuracy portion.
Sure.
Of things. There's not a quarterback in football that can do that, especially one that has zero mobility.
Right.
You just don't.
No, you're absolutely right. I tell you what, we're going to go out to those guys, but we'll
You
keep
are?
on reading. No, we're gonna actually go out to your picks. Quick picks here. I know we usually do the over/under for 1252 Chicago sports. Get some picks here to make these people money.
You guys want to make some money?
Let's make some money.
We're going to make some
Let's do
money.
it. Let's
Cleveland Browns are at the Washington Commanders. Right now, the line is 1.5. Washington is favorite. Play Washington. Do not be afraid to lay the 1.5. Pittsburgh Steelers are at the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh's getting 2.5. If you wait about 15 minutes, they're going to go to 3 points. Go ahead and play Pittsburgh, not with the points, but put them on the money line today. They are going to win this football game. They just have this momentum that's going on. Right now, Baltimore's banged up, especially with the quarterback position. I don't care who's playing quarterback. Defense for Pittsburgh's going to keep them in the game. New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles. Stay away from the game. Philadelphia is probably going to win it, but who knows? Quarterback play with Jalen Hurts, not going to play today. Arizona and Atlanta, go to Texas. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means El Paso. Go away. Jacksonville at Houston. Stay away from the game. Jacksonville's only a 3-point favorite. But do you really want to lay the 3 points to a team that has almost beaten the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs back-to-back? Stay away from it. Chicago Bears are at the Detroit Lions. Chicago's getting 6.5, almost 7 points. Take Chicago in the points. Do not bet them to win the game, even though Chicago's offensive line is really well today. Miami at New England, Paso, Texas, Denver, Kansas City, nothing. Indianapolis at the Giants. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Giants win this game today by 10 or more points. You will have 250 yards passing from Daniel Jones today. The New York Jets are at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are getting 1.5 at home. Stay away from the game. Do not bet that game. It's scary. My upset special of the week is a road team. Minnesota Vikings catching 3.5 points at the Green Bay Packers. Don't even bother taking the points. Green Bay loses this game today.
All right.
And last but not least, these are over-unders for total team points for the first half. Tampa Bay Buccaneers over and under is 10.5 points. You don't have to lay any juice. Pound the over. If you're playing poker, shove it in with both hands and both feet. And last but not least, the Chicago Bears is also 10.5 points. No juice. Bet the over. Let's make some money this week.
All right, there you go. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. You guys can make some noise if you want to. Make some noise. Tampa! 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 There we go. All right, let's go back out to the, yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go out to these guys right here. Who do we got here, Mr. Andrew? Welcome to Solution.
So I don't know about you guys, but we've been here a little while. I'm starting a little hungry, a little thirsty here. So we have Reagan here. We asked her to sit on down with us and tell us a little bit what's going on here. So
is that Ray or Reagan?
Reagan.
That's not Ray.
Not Ray, no.
If you need to ask that question,
wardrobe change.
I was like, I'm really glad my neighbor got really good looking.
Property value just went up a little bit.
Ray just hey Reagan, I have a question for you. Did you give Ray your checkbook, not your checkbook, to go ahead and take care of the orders, because you have a full-time job right here in the sports web?
Perfect. Here I am.
Come a little closer to the mic. We got to hear you.
I said here I am, ready to
There
go.
you go. Hey, Reagan, I got a question for you. Who's your favorite football team?
My favorite football team, this might be unpopular. I'm a Patriots fan.
Ooh.
You are a Patriots fan? Hey,
that's all right.
you know what?
That's
And I
okay.
have a question for you. You are a Tom Brady fan. You can look into the camera. I can hear you. Or you can look over at the computer to your left. There you go. Absolutely perfect. You are a Tom Brady fan because of the New England Patriots. Do you think he's still going to be a Buccaneer next year, or do you believe he moves on?
I think this is a tough one because I don't think Tom Brady will want to retire leaving the season how it's been. Like, I think he'll want to go out being the best of the best, and I don't know. So,
But
like, if they don't make it all the way to the Super Bowl, I don't think he's going to want to retire or go somewhere else.
Well,
I think
let's just say they don't make it to the Super Bowl this year and they don't have a real deep run, and I can appreciate what you're saying. My question is this. If he has a chance to play for the Raiders or to go with Sean Payton and play with other wide receivers or even the Miami Dolphins, who's already set up and really wild down there, why wouldn't he go there? Why would he stay here in Tampa?
so. Okay, I'm trying to think about my answer here a little bit.
Hey, take your time.
Way to put her on the spot, Harry.
Yeah, you really did put me on the spot.
She's moving now. She's not going to be your neighbor anymore.
Yeah, we're actually never going to speak again after
Whoa.
this. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Sorry. I'll be nice. So
Don't be nice. He doesn't deserve it.
I think something that people don't think about enough with Tom Brady, like something that kind of seems clear to me, is it's like a pride thing, if that makes sense. So like the Patriots, he was able to he went from nothing. People didn't expect a lot from him to becoming one of the most decorated quarterbacks of all time. I think he's going to want to do that with Tampa Bay.
He is the most decorated quarterback. That's a great answer.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Don't interrupt, Harry. You're being rude.
I think he's going to want to bring that back to Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay won that Super Bowl, but then, they had a rougher season last year, and people are really looking down on Tom Brady because of the kind of year he's had with his divorce and all of that stuff going on. So I think, for him, he's going to want to stay and, prove people wrong.
Right.
I think she's on to something at the end of the day. I
think you want her to be onto something. That's what it is. You want him back next year.
I'll tell you right now, and you look at the quarterback besides maybe a Derek Carr, but he's still at the greatest of all time. He knows this offense. I'm not sure Brady's going to go somewhere else and learn a new offense furthermore, what's the reason for him going to Tampa Bay in the first place? Because he wants to be closer to his kids. So unless he's going to Miami or back to New England, I think he stays in Tampa or he retires. Let me ask you here, what are the specials today down here at Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs?
Oh my goodness.
It's everything and it's delicious.
Everything is great.
I have a question on the specific thing here. I'm seeing we have a raspberry jalapeno.
Oh, that's really good.
Is it good? That sounded
really
good. That popped out immediately on the menu to me.
It's one of my it's one of my favorite flavors. It's technically honey. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I just am completely forgetting how to talk.
That's okay.
It's a raspberry jalapeno barbecue sauce. So it still has like that hint of barbecue to it, but it's a little fruity, but it's still got that kick to it.
Nope.
So it's a little more complex than like your typical barbecue sauce.
I have one more question for her.
Okay, go ahead, Harry.
Miami Dolphins are with Teddy Bridgewater. They're invading New England today. And New England's only a 2.5-point favorite. Do you think New England wins this game or no?
I'm not super positive about this one. I hate to be honest here, but I've also, as a Patriots fan, learned to accept defeat. So I hope they prove me wrong.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you something. She's great at what she does. She definitely knows what she's doing at the end of the day. Definitely get down here. Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. I will take the New England Patriots. They are not dead yet, and I'll tell you why. Tua not playing. That offensive line still
Teddy
hurts.
Bridgewater's playing.
Teddy Bridgewater. I'm taking New England.
Bridge into troubled water.
He's a bridge quarterback.
A bridge under troubled waters.
All right, good stuff. All right, thank you very much for coming on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, and we'll see you soon. All right.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Hey, you are
Absolutely.
awesome.
Great
Thanks a lot.
There. Well, yep, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, good comments there. We'll go back out to Ray. Ray taking a break there. We got all. Well, look at this. Look who, Mr. Travis Staley of Rocket Sports and Entertainment, my Chicago connection right here. Go ahead and get in here, Roger Shue, also from Chicago. I tell you what, when you hear Chicago, this is what you got to play. You ready? All right, guys, welcome back to the Evolution of Sports Talk. You shut up. All right. Give me your keys to this game today. Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. We'll probably see you tomorrow at the ReliaQuest Bowl at Raymond James Stadium. So give me your biggest key to the game besides stopping the run game when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Carolina Panthers.
Well, guys, it's Tom Brady Day. Come on.
Yeah.
This is what you have the GOAT on your team. Granted, he hasn't played as great as in the past, but you got the ball in his hands. This is playoff Brady. You win this game. You get to the dance, and anything can happen once you get to the dance. And we saw that when they ran to the Super Bowl and, stopped Kansas City 19-3, and to the delight of all Tampa Bay fans.
Yeah, and this is the reason why you got Tom Brady in the first place, because you have him. You want him to win these type of games. The momentum is on Carolina's side, but you have a road game, or you have a home game at the end of the day. You need to win this game. And also, you got to get Mike Evans involved. You want to come in here, Roger Shue? Travis, hang around here. Roger Shue, get on the Evolution.
I've got a question for Roger.
Yes, go for it.
Roger, come on up.
Roger. Come on up. Don't be shy here. Come on.
Tampa Bay. Okay. All kidding aside, because I know you like to troll the team and everything else. Got a question for you. If there's one thing that Tampa has to worry about today against Carolina, what is it going to be? Is it Sam Darnold? Is it the running game or their defense? Or maybe something else?
I would say the defense. I say Brady's going to throw 2 picks.
Really? Yeah. Wow, Brady's going to throw 2 picks. He may be on to something, because Brady has definitely struggled with that. I'll tell you what, really quick, I want to go out to Ricky Reynolds.
This guy over here just looked at you going, I'm going to kick that guy's ass.
Listen, Brady the last couple of games has had his rough patches. I asked Ricky Reynolds about the offense not matching the defense, and here's what he had to say here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Here we go. Do you think it wears in the locker room in that the defense is playing so well and playing lights out for the majority of the game, and every game you see this offense struggle? Do you think it's wearing on those players in that locker room?
It can, but great leadership helps you to focus in on your job and what you have to do. You know what I mean? And so the defense, the defense, they need to just worry about, handling their business. take care of their jobs and just trying to do whatever they can do to get the ball back to the offense. So prayerfully, these guys are staying together, and they're just defense taking care of their business and offense is taking care of their business. So prayerfully, that's what's going on, and that's what you want to have happen, is have great leadership and these guys staying focused. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
All right, welcome back to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Great stuff there, great leadership. Want to go out to these goop balls right here, the football Legions.
I have to say it with the French accent.
Legions. All right, guys, what do you think here? I mean, I asked Ricky the other day on the show here about, the defense outplaying the offense. Could it take a toll on that locker room? And basically he said in so many words, look, great leadership. You have the greatest leader supposedly in the Tom Brady. So hopefully you get enough leadership at the end of the day for this team to come together, right?
Well, that's exactly why you're talking about Todd Bowles, regardless of what happens today. But after we win today and secure the South, this is not a one and done. There was times of this season when this breakdown could have happened. James Canada from Big Game Sports Buzz and I talked about this several times. I said, like Tony Dungy's Buccaneers at the turn of the century. And back then, you didn't see Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks and John Lynch and Rondé Barber complaining about it, but you knew there had to be because the offense wasn't pulling its own weight. But I think that this team right here, Todd Bowles has kept it together, and we're getting healthy at the right time. So I think we're going to start to see at least a more modicum or a more fashionable sense of the Buccaneers that we're used to over the last 2 years.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this question to you guys in a little different way, though.
Okay.
So I think now flip it and reverse it here. Okay. So is it that Tom Brady being there and the leader he is has not caused the issues between the offense and the defense, or is it just the fact that they're in the NFC South? Any other division, they'd be out of the chances of ever winning a division championship this year, and that would probably increase the turmoil, so to speak, between those two groups.
I think what lies there, a little bit of truth, is being a Giants guy yourself in the NFC East of 3 years ago, you can kind of wonder, you were asking yourself those same questions. Look how fast that turned around, but that's a great point.
Yeah, definitely is a great point. We'll come back to the two shot here. I mean, what do you think of Ricky's comments? Great leadership can.
It's all about leadership,
that,
Peter.
right?
It's
Do
all
they have
about
enough
leadership
on this team to win this game today?
They won a Super Bowl 2 years ago, Pete.
Everybody notices I didn't give out the Bucs pick.
No, I know you noticed that.
Oh, he didn't.
Here we go.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
I'll tell you what, we'll read the rest of these comments, and then we'll get out to the picks here. We're live from Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. Harry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire of 1252 Chicago Sports. We got, of course, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay, Mr. Goofball himself, Andrew Davis. Guys, can you make some noise for me, please? Make some noise. Yes, Tampa!
Hey.
Tampa! Tampa! There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta say, I think I've seen as many Giant fans as Buck fans here today. I'm just saying.
They're still
we are just invading.
It's a beautiful thing here down at Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. 4 $50 gift cards giving away, and of course a 50-inch television for just being a part of the evolution of sports talk.
The Mafia is here.
The Mafia
is here.
Oh, okay. So now stuff just got real.
All right, let's go out to these comments here. I will stop
the Mafia
when we run out.
You got to kiss the ring.
The party's over.
Here, fellas. Let's go. Let's see here. Go Bucs, says John. You guys are something else. Don't forget your fur babies. There are medications today, okay? Fred Swayze Moore, LFG. Absolutely. Ricky Reynolds was hating on Noodle Arms Brady. He wasn't hating.
4 shots at it.
Truth at the end of the day.
Noodle Arm Brady.
What's up, Peter Blake and Harry the Greek?
What's up, Adam?
Seriously. There's no one like the Legends.
The Legends.
Listen, anybody who says hello to the Legends, Harry's going to buy you a drink if you come down here.
I will. Come on down. I got
All
that
right,
open credit card. Mama Greek, she has no problem with it.
Hey, listen, you're winning all that money when it comes to betting on games. So, of course, and let's go out here to Tim. I saw a report yesterday that Brady put his house up for sale, only $12.5 million, which
He's
again,
got 5 or
Just
6
a couple
probably.
more games, I'll go buy it.
well,
One
with
in California.
those rumors of him leaving Tampa Bay, we shall see.
Well, there goes the game today.
I love how people like scour real estate. Like that's news. The guy's leaving because he put a house for sale. These people have like 7, 8 houses. A house is like nothing to them. It's like us getting a new couch.
I heard he also had some Bitcoin available for a really good price.
I heard he also erased his social media.
Oh, here we go. Let the rumors begin.
All right.
It's crazy.
I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and do our picks here. Well, let's start with you guys first. Who wins and why here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television? Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, I'm going first. Okay. I guess I'm gonna be the bad guy here because we talked about this before, where the issue is really as far as the offense scoring enough points. So the Bucs have only scored over 20 points 4 times this whole entire season. The Panthers have scored over 30 points 2 of the last 3 games. Over 6 of the last 8 games, they've scored over 20 points. Steve Wilks is turning this team around, and I had them winning today, and I'm going 24-21 for the Panthers.
Steve Wilks, a defensive-minded coach, takes over the team. Matt Rule was supposed to be your offensive guy. Lets the defense go a little crazy. I think it's a high-scoring game, but I think it's because the Buccaneers do a little more. I got it 35-17.
35-17 from Tampa Bay. Ray, let's come back out to you here, Mr. Harry, the Greek professional handicapper.
You can go first, brother.
I'll tell you what, I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win. They're going to struggle for the majority of the game, but somehow, some way, Tom Brady in that fourth quarter is going to get it done. This is the reason why you signed him in the first place. 20-17 over the Carolina Panthers. How do you like that, Bucs fans? Bucs win over the Panthers, 20-17. Harry the Greek, go.
I do not like the game at all.
To bet on
it. To bet on it. It's a very difficult game to bet. You can bet the second half because you don't know. However, if you want to make a wager in the game, the over and under for Tampa's total points for the first half is 10.5. You don't have to lay any juice. Bet the over 10.5. But if you want a final prediction, I like the under in the game. I like Buccaneers 21-18.
There you
and
go.
Pete, one last comment, if I may.
Yes.
Said it 5 weeks ago, kind of alluded to it earlier in the show. The Buccaneers, if the Panthers get there, 100% they've earned it, but the Buccaneers didn't want to see them back into it. Needed to see them get gritty and earn a win. So they earned that victory today, showing overall team unity, and get ready for the playoffs. Next week we can rest.
Playoffs.
Now listen, I'm rooting for the Bucs, even though I picked against. I'm rooting for them. But here's the interesting thing: if they don't win today, and they lose that division, this is potentially the last home game in Tampa for Tom Brady.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great point.
You're absolutely right. And then at the end of the day, if you don't take care of your business this week, then you have to hope for the New Orleans Saints, the hated New Orleans Saints, to take care of business versus the Panthers next week. For the great Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, best in the Bay. For Mr. Andrew Davis of 1 or 2 giant goofballs. For Harry the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire, 1252 Chicago Sports. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Enjoy your game. Bucs win, and they're in the playoffs. We'll be back here live at halftime from Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs.
Make sure you come down to Whiskey Wings. Say hello to your bartender. Take care of the bartenders. The service is awesome here. The food is absolutely fantastic. Come see the Greek, Peter Blake, one of the goofballs in Tampa Bay Ray. And like I said, if you come down, Tampa Bay Ray's got your check.
He's got your check.
Such an asshole. Pete.
Guys, for everybody, Tampa!
Hey.
Tampa!
Cleveland.
Enjoy the game.
This place really is everybody.
I told you.
It's literally
eclectic.
It's the Ellis Island of sports bars.
Ellis Island of sports bars. Oh, Lord.